flashing with brilliance and excellence.
Light shine bright everywhere we go. Music for the people, making music for the people. Light shine bright everywhere we go. Light shine bright everywhere we go.
Leadership, impacting society with peace, love, and hope.
Everywhere we go. Music for the people, making music for the people.
Shining the light for America. The James A. Hendricks School of Leadership.
Yes, that's right. Shining the light of Jesus Christ for America. This is the happy Monday. This is the James Hendricks School of Leadership. And I promise you, tomorrow we will not be talking any political stuff. We're going to be talking about leadership versus management tomorrow again, I promise. But today, we can't ignore this. The title of this episode is called Joe Biden and Gadianton. Okay? So, I found this article on Town Hall that's written by Christopher Brown. Axios has a new nickname for Joe Biden. And we don't think he's going to like it. Let's listen to this.
If you are type 2 and take metformin, well...
No.
Check your feet and legs for these two things that I'm going to show you.
Skip.
A series of damning reports have come out about Joe Biden, which indicate a stark shift in the media's perception of the president. A recent Axios report sheds light on President Biden's anger issues, revealing instances where his temper has flared up in private meetings and behind closed doors. This revelation has raised concerns about his ability to maintain composure and effectively lead the nation. In public, President Biden likes to whisper to make a point. In private, he's prone to yelling.
I got them. $1.9 trillion relief so far. They're going to be getting checks in the mail that are consequential. I wrote the bill on the environment. Pay them more. This is an employees bargaining chip now. What's happening?
Joe Biden allegedly has a quick temper, and it's so bad that some aides don't even like to meet with him face to face. How the F don't you know this? Don't effing BS me. Get the F out of here. Apparently, no one is safe from Joe Biden's outbursts, even his current chief of staff, Jeff Zients. While this Axios report shows a side of the president's temper behind closed doors, we have seen him lose his patience with Fox News' Peter Doocy in public.
That's a great asset. More inflation. What a stupid son of a bitch.
And then just recently, Joe Biden erupted at a reporter for asking a legitimate question about Joe Biden's alleged role in Hunter Biden's Chinese shakedown text message.
President Biden, how involved were you in your son's Chinese shakedown text message? Were you sitting there? Were you involved?
No, I wasn't, and I don't know.
Were you?
No!
On top of these recent revelations about Joe Biden's rage behind closed doors, the New York Times published a column that criticizes Joe Biden for ignoring his 7th grandchild. Time and time again, Joe Biden and Jill Biden brag about their 6 grandchildren, but completely ignore Hunter Biden's 4-year-old daughter. The president can't defend Hunter on all his other messes and draw the line at accepting one little girl. You can't punish her for something she had no choice about. The Bidens should embrace the life Hunter brought into the world. The president's cold shoulder and heart is counter to every message he has sent for decades, and it's out of sync with the America he wants to continue to lead. There's also Karine Jean-Pierre, the White House press secretary, who faced questions regarding President Biden's refusal to acknowledge one of his granddaughters during a press briefing. The video shows...
I think we've heard enough. Oh. We're doing 2 news stories today. If that's not the spirit of Gadianton, I don't know what it is. Socialism, the spirit of robbery and plundering. Biden himself, old industrial age, employee mindset. Has he ever owned a business? Has he ever done anything outside the public eye? think he might have been a lawyer or something like that, but he's been in D.C. since 73. 50 years. And come on. He says he all these new ideas? No. Guys, what these socialists are doing is a satanic hold on this country's identity. And we should be calm, but man and woman enough to fight back. Right? We should fight back. Now, okay. We go on to the next story. Not gonna talk about his press. The Bidens are trashing the White House. Woo! Who wrote this? Katie Polovich, I guess is what it's called. Well, that kind of makes sense, what he's doing. If you think about the cocaine that was found in the White House, and some people, and I think some of the press is like, well, we don't know where it come from. Jesus, there's someone in the first family that uses drugs. I'm sorry, but I don't even know where to begin. This just totally gets me. As a Latter-day Saint, I'm going to go into the scriptures a little bit. Please forgive me. And for the sake of all audiences, I will do my best to try to keep more to the Bible. But what we have here with the Biden administration and socialism is a spirit of Gadianton godless socialism. And Gadianton, what he was a leader who ran a band of robbers in the Book of Mormon. And socialism, no offense, is robbery. It's Robin Hood, but it's not a very healthy Robin Hood. Biden says he creates law and environments. Let me ask you this. Have any presidents written the law? Don't consult Google on this, okay? Please do not. Do not consult Google on this one. At least not until this program is done. Then after that, yeah, consult. And if I stand corrected, I stand corrected. But it's kind of like, hey, he's so quick to brag when our country, well, I hate to say this, but it's kind of like, it's kind of in serious, here we go. And we're talking about any conspiracy known to man. Now people might say, well, Jimmy, you're being a conspiracy theory. It's because some of this thing from socialism, it's marks it all to the Bible. Look at Joseph's 10 brothers. They wanted to kill him. And Samuel. First Samuel chapter 22. Saul. I want you to think of Saul. He was accusing people of conspiring against him. Saul may have had a form of dementia, just like Biden. A conspiracy is found among the men of Judea. There was in Jeremiah 11:9 people who had abandoned God and were willing to strip Israel of all its identity. Okay? Now, if you look in Acts 23, verse 13, there are 140 that have made this conspiracy. And what that is 40 Jewish leaders were conspiring to kill Paul. I want you to think about this. Some people can get mad at me all that they want. I used to be able to shed some of the conspiracy theories, but they're coming true. Most of the stuff that I have written in a term paper, when I was in college, I took a course called American Comparative Foreign Policy. Comparative Foreign Policy. I took that. I wrote a paper on Egypt. And I followed the breadcrumbs on the internet. Would you believe the Arab countries were back in the Clinton days? They were doing nuclear trade with China, namely Iran. I might just say Iran, but, that's what they say in Texas. But, got to keep the, how do you say it? I've got to keep the radio pronouncement more in the line here. The Iran thing. The trade there. Their countries were doing that, and really, Egypt under Mubarak was their barter man. He was their envoy that was on their behalf. And I saw that this could be a problem. I predicted that this could be a problem on our soil. And it was. Look at 9/11. I'm sure my professor at the time, he looked at that paper and he was like, I don't like what he has to say. This is stupid. But then 9/11 hit. And he was working at the time, a consultation with the Pentagon. And I consulted with them and I called them. And I told them to have him let me know whether or not he was safe. And he was. His bus had just left. He had just left. And they were on their way to the Pentagon when they got rerouted because the planes had flown into the Pentagon. So you think about that. I think we forget about what happened with 9/11. I think we forget sometimes about what the identity of this country should be. I can never forget. But what we have with Joe Biden, which we know is Obama 3.0, Obama third term. It's some serious problems. It's some serious problems. The first family trashing the White House. Cocaine stuff. All kinds of reactive junk coming out of the White House. Let me tell you something right now. Trump had far more class and far more style. And somebody said, oh, he was being so mean. Now, I'm an ardent Trump supporter, but now listen to me. Do I approve of some of the things he did on social media? No. I'll tell you, I'll give it to you straight. In some ways, I'm a critic of social media. Because I think things can get stirred up. Things can get distorted. And that's where I draw the line with the James A. Hendricks School leadership. And you guys know it. And that's why I won't stop. That's why I won't stop shining my light. I went to church and I talked to a gentleman that's considerably older than me, I believe. Maybe my age and older. And he was saying to me, I'm sorry. It looks like this country's screwed. And I said, well, I'm 53 years old. I'm young at heart, and I still have hope. Okay, the country might be divided about the sex thing. But wrong is wrong, and right is right, and we need to enforce it. Okay? That's just all there is to it. How long are we going to sit there and play games and let this satanic hold on the White House be? Can we name any positive thing he's done since the White House? Can we name any positive thing? You know, if the Clinton crime bill did not involve the banning on certain weapons, I might have supported it. It's a joke. And so is Biden. Now with that, I hope you enjoy listening to the James A. Hendricks. Oh, we're not done yet. We're not done yet. I want you guys to go out there and shine the light. I want you to return to your families tonight. I want you to hug them tight, okay? You men be extra good to your wives. Please do that. That's very important to me. Just like shining the light to America. That's very important to me too. And now I hope you enjoy listening to the James A. Hendricks School Leadership. If you like what you hear, please subscribe and become a part of the James A. Hendricks School Leadership. This is Jimi Hendrix saying until next time, keep up the hope, keep up the faith. Okay, listen to me. Keep up the hope, keep up the faith. I want you to put this down in your soul right now, please. Please do that. I hope you're ready for this. Jesus saves and we're all going to be okay. Take care and be proactively informed. And remember this, from the bottom of my heart, Jimmy loves you. I love you.